Greetings everybody, Sive here with forexpeacearmy.com. Let's have a look at the gold market. So yesterday we said that market is coming to support area, and although we do not like the overall performance, we do not suggest that it might have some bullish background for now. On the technical side, it was a possibility that maybe we could get some bullish setup for scalp for short-term trading in a case if we get a bullish grabber here. But as I said yesterday, pairing of the grabber in the current circumstances, it would be not normal, not logical, not natural, just because with the context that we have currently, gold market stands under some pressure. It's not the pressure is not based on the valuation of the gold itself, but it's a bit external, geopolitics, liquidity demand, common escalation on the Middle East. All this stuff will press on an asset such as cryptocurrencies, gold, and so on, because any drop on the stock market demands liquidity to fulfill the margins and investors selling other assets that they have in the portfolios. So, or just overall demand for other assets decreasing when the people needs dollars. That's the reason, actually. And you can see that indeed yesterday we've got no grabber. Taking a look at the cross-market analysis, they talked about this in Eurocurrency report, in the Eurocurrency video. On a dollar index, we could get another bullish grabber in a row this week. That just confirms the idea of the more support for the dollar, that it could rise in a year's time, which automatically means that gold market remains at depression. And currently, we still suggest that probably we will get downside action rather than some sharp upside reversal. So the daily trend nominally turns bearish, but in the current situation, since we are coming to the weekend, market stands on the confluence support that we discussed yesterday. Probably this is not the best point for taking U short. The one thing that you could decide to take position right here is if you're sure that there will be some big events in the weekend and another stage of the war in the Middle East will start. In this case, indeed, gold could open down on the next week. But we're not trying to gamble on these events. We prefer to keep risks conservative. And that's why we suggest to not take any positions currently, because we do not see good background for taking long position here. But at the same time, since market stands on the support and we're coming to the weekend, we prefer to not take the short position today as well. So we prefer to wait and see what will happen. On the hourly chart, we have the same story. So take a look at that 222 pattern that has been formed recently. It triggered not bad pullback that we talked yesterday. Market mostly retested the resistance area, but as we said, all this stuff is just a short term. We do not see any good meaningful background for possible taking position on the higher time frame. So we don't have any big patterns except maybe some kind of the butterfly on the top with this big left being in place and possible downward continuation. Theoretically, we could speak about this, right? So for instance, something like this, but anyway, that will be already the background for the next week. Hardly we will trying to jump in with this stop today, so it might be some performance to the downside with these extensions. If we'll calculate it, you can see around 45.76. If extension will follow later, we probably could start speaking some kind of the hand and shoulders here with the bounce. But all these things stands in future. So for today, right now, I think that risks of potential loss or be washed out on the sudden events that will lead to some gap opening on Monday, they overcome the possible fruits of the possible trade that we could take here. So this, of course, you could decide by yourself, but this is just our opinion that we think on the gold market right now. So I think that if you still would like to trade setups on the euro currency, maybe you will find even more stops on other forex currency pairs or cryptocurrencies, which might be much more interesting rather than dealing with the gold that shows the performance like this. So that's just our view. Let's see what will happen, and discuss the fundamental background on the gold and the weekend as usual.